Alright, so real quick with the men.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, is that the commissioner in the back?
Hang on, let's have a look.
The commissioner.
It could be.
Are you alright? Hey, hey, Chipper, get involved, Chipper. Chipper, get involved.
Get closer.
Get involved, Chipper.
Get closer.
Get closer.
There! Commissioner, a lot of suspensions coming around this week. A lot of suspensions.
Insta. Messi. Ronaldo. Messi. Not a fan.
No.
No.
Okay.
Oh, nah. No.
No, it's a big no.
Legit. Don't mind him.
Don't mind them?
Oh, no, don't do it. Don't do it. It's too much like hard work.
Disgusting.
Yeah, nah, gotta go.
Alright, great.
Bad.
Risky.
Risky?
No. See, Andy. Taylor. David.
Not me.
Rebecca.
Oh, penalty. Oh. Aimer.
Emco Bob. After the performance against Pascal and oh my god. Emco Bob. Maybe Rebecca Davies. No, but I should say something with Pasco.
Rebecca Davies it is.
Say something with Pasco.
You have to win.
Me.
Aymar. Okay, there you go. Alright. Thanks a lot, girls.
No worries.
That's 1 minute with 2 frothers from the sidelines.
So anyway, we've got the Tuesday youth and the under 16s on Fridays before the men. On Friday nights.
Yeah, let's go head over to Thomas there. Mauricio is waiting to tell us all about the men.
So the men's league, Serious Futsal Victoria, results this Friday is...
No men's, women's only, every Tuesday at 3 o'clock. Don't miss the Frothcast.
I'm here with one of the star strikers from the Essendon Futsal Club, Andrew Naboo.
It's the X factor. He's done much this game.
You have to reshuffle the side. You picked up Andrew Naboo, 8 goals in 2 games. It's a great performance, isn't it, by the young fella?
Perfect effort.
way, keeps my control, keeps my fitness up. It's good fun, it's good competition.
Hopefully it keeps continuing. Well done, mate. Thanks, man. Thank you, Andrew.
Our goal is stopping yours. We are Metropolitan Futsal Club. Our goal is stopping yours. We are Metropolitan Futsal Club.
We're true, okay?
Players may slide in elite leagues. However, they must not slide at feet and must be deemed to be blocking the ball.
So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to round 4 of the Clubs Cup. The next 3 games are coming to you now. On screen, we have Pascoe Vale, the Series Futsal Victoria 10-time champions in the black and white. They're going to the left of your screen. They're taking on Collingwood, a side from the State League Championship who are vying for promotion. They're in the top 3 of the State League Championship and have been in some real good form of late. So, been some really good games in the Clubs Cup. No huge upsets as of yet. I mean, Moreland last week defeated Metropolitan, but almost expected, as we said in the commentary. So, no real upsets as of yet. Collingwood, a team who defend very well, defend very tight, and don't really concede many goals, but they don't score very much either. So, look, it's going to be tough for them. That's no doubt. Pascoe Vale's a very open, expansive team. They score a lot of goals. They've got a lot of tricks up their sleeve. But good to see some of the youth having a run for Pascoe Vale today early on. Obviously, they do have a game in Series Futsal Victoria tomorrow, so it comes down to player management. Number 8 on the ball is Breno Pilati as we run through the lineups. He's come back for his first game since, I believe, they played against Carlton during the league in the first round of games. So a little while he's been out. On the ball here is Rico Hauser, number 7. Josh Sasic, number 19, and Andre Caro, number 10. Carlos Avila is in goal. That's the starting 5 for Pascoe Vale. For Collingwood, we've got Gene Alvarado in goal, as Avila's forced into a big save. So the Collingwood keeper is Gene Alvarado. Number 10, Cameron Holmes, who's about to take a shot at goal. And he does very well. And Nigel Hinder, the number 18, he just scraped it over. Number 11, who's just off your screen at the moment, is Joey Chapman, and Edgar Daly is number 3. And that rounds out our first 10 players as we've apparently lost the ball. So a big night of games coming up, plenty of action. As well, the ball's just gone missing, so we might go for a quick little break or not. No, the ball's back. Anyway, so we've played, what have we played now? 2 minutes. Just trying to think of the game times off the top of my head. 2 minutes in, a couple of chances for both teams. So Pilati looking for Caro there, but that one goes all the way out. Paul Vidic trying to rally his troops. And actually, number 87 is Joey Chapman, so yeah, it looked like number 11 because he had his arms up in the air complaining. So not a rare sight. as Pilates not happy with the decision. Cameron Holmes has come over to have a chat. Cameron Holmes, one of the storied players of Serious Futsal Victoria, gone down and taken over his beloved Collingwood side. Now very much in charge and doing a fantastic job. So here he is on the ball. Holmes cutting inside. Josh Sasich with a block. Here's Caro. Rico Hauser. Andre Caro down the line. Sasich looking through the middle. The only thing for Collingwood is they may run out of legs in this game. Got Daniel Van Rijk on the bench. Can't see many others, but regardless, they've got Daniel Van Rijk and the starting lineup. So, look, they're not incapable of battling out a win. They're all battlers in this Collingwood side. They never give up, and yeah, it won't be a huge result, even if they do go down. Andre Caro might be the difference in this one, you'd think. Big strike there. I think that was Rico Hauser, but the referee, Tervel, in the way. Makes a better wall than a window, does Tervel. It's Collingwood pressed very deep here. Hinder. Sasich, they do really well. Holmes pressured and does well to get it to Daly, and Caro does well. Pilates. Caro, not giving him any room at all, Andre Caro. He's got 2 to 3 players around him every time he picks up the ball. So perhaps he won't be the difference today. Not with the goals anyway. I could still be wrong, but you can't leave the rest of the Pascal team alone. That's pretty obvious. So you can watch Andre Caro very closely, but Pascal has so much quality in their side that you can't really afford to leave them all alone as Pilates failed. Sasich dancing on the ball but loses possession. Hauser. Big strike from Rico Hauser. As it's a corner now. Greg Amaral in the building. Pascal, assistant coach, I believe his role is, as Enrique has come onto the pitch. Number 9 for Pascal, just at the top of your screen. Caro will find Enrique, who rolls onto his right foot and is blocked, and Avo will need to come out and be good. There's a foul, I think. It's on Enrique. And he's claiming shoulder to shoulder, but anyway, we get a foul, so here's the replay. Good little block. Yeah, look, he probably lent into him a little too much. Not too much in that, though. So Edgar Daly on the ball, number 3 for Collingwood. What's he got for us? In he comes and blasts it, and Avila will save pretty comfortably. Pilates now on the ball. Breno Pilates, Andre Caro. Oh, Hinder does really well to take it off him. Nigel Hinder, I think he's had probably about 5 shots for goal in his time at Collingwood. He's only been a couple of games in. He scored 5 goals. Incredible stuff. Hinder, Chapman. Now Alison Lima on the court, number 11 for Pasco. Big challenge comes in there. Here you go, Enrique. Caro. Pascal have looked a little flat to open this game. Nonetheless, they will find their stride if Collingwood don't put away the few chances that they do get. Here's Pilates. Enrique. Caro, 1-on-1. This is not the situation you want to find him in. Too much time and space. He can do whatever he wants here. Pilates. Lima. Claims of a foul. I probably would agree that it was a foul, but nothing doing. 10.5 minutes remain in this first half. It's Collingwood 0, Pascal 0. Down the line, Daly sees that one fizzle out as well. Caro again. Just marshalling the team from defence. Pilati looking for that back post. Couldn't find anyone. Big strike from Caro, blocked again. So, as we did say at the start of the production, Collingwood are looking very good defensively this season. Don't score a ton of goals, so but they've looked very tight-knit at the back. Haven't given Pascoe much. Haven't had a clear-cut chance at goal, Pascoe. So, yeah, very good from Collingwood. But I can already see some kind of incident breaking out between Cameron Holmes and Enrique. Two players who love to go hard at the ball. Cameron Holmes never outside of the rules of the game, though. Enrique, I can't really comment on. I haven't seen him too much, but I would imagine he is much the same. Enrique. Now, Pilati. Breno Pilati lays it off. Caro blocked by Hinder. Pilati now. So Pascoe just starting to take full control of this game. As Enrique, there you go, Holmes and Enrique again. Holmes with a foul on the Brazilian this time. No timeouts in this league. So shaking off the claims of no timeouts. Once again, a case of people just not reading the rules. Alison Lima now on the ball. Enrique, big save by Alvarado. He had to be strong there. Enrique, Pilati. Pilati losing out there. Hinder, Caro. Holmes, very experienced player. So too is the Pascoe side. So Cameron Holmes will need to carry his side in terms of experience, but he's got some handy players in this team. No Tremaine Sadler, who is the key man for Collingwood tonight. It would have been great to see him out there. He's got an absolute cannon of a left foot, and he could have made a huge impact on this game. Nonetheless, he's not here. We've played 10 minutes in this one, and we still have the game at 0-0. So Rodrigo's come on, the number 20 for Pascoe. Enrique. Hinder looking very good. Enrique, big save by Alvarado. And that ball just fizzling out. As Avila, who was tested in the very, very early stages. Not troubled by that one as Lima. Good play by Enrique and Alison Lima, but it doesn't come to much as Cameron Holmes. Oh, it's a lovely ball. And Daniel Van Rijk just couldn't get on the end of it. So Collingwood will take their chances on the counter-attack. Rodrigo. Enrique looking for the layoff. Didn't get it from Lima. He was under a lot of pressure, that's for sure. There's the chip. Rodrigo. And nothing doing there. So 6 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Here's the replay. Good little chip. Plenty of time on the volley, but just didn't catch enough of it. Lima. All the way back to Andre Caro. So been nullified to some degree so far. Enrique. Caro will be looking for a shot here, you think? He'll go to Enrique. Enrique cutting inside, looking for the goals, but Alvarado has been troubled a few times now as Pascoe just starting to find some chinks in the armour. Caro. Enrique. Rodrigo. Cutting inside and doesn't get much game time for Pascoe Rodrigo, so good to see him out here in the Cup. Obviously, a good opportunity, the Cup competition, to give some minutes to players who don't really get much of a run in Series Futsal Victoria, which understandable. There are players like that at every club who just don't get the time they probably desire, but love the club and want to be a part of it all. So good for the players to get some minutes in their respective club shirts. Enrique now, one-on-one with Van Rijk. And Enrique coming inside, and another big save by Alvarado, but now you feel it's really starting to crack. Collingwood can only defend so long. And yeah, it is coming, to say the least. The goal is coming at some stage, but Caro just gets that one wrong. Van Rijk. Cameron Holmes blasts in, and Lima with a block. Van Rijk wants his 5 metres. And Hinder. Van Rijk doesn't get much out of it. Carrot. Hauser. And that one comes a lot closer than I believe Alvarado would have liked. We have 3 minutes 50 remaining in this first half. Not a whole lot of action to report to you. A couple of chances from Pascaval. And no real clear-cut chances other than probably a couple of long-range strikes from Enrique that have troubled the keeper. But yeah, other than that, not really much for Pasco. And Collingwood, maybe 1 or 2 that probably had Avila a touch worried, but yeah, nothing he'll be stressing about. As Pasco start to move a lot more now, and it's starting to open Collingwood right up as Rico House's ball across finds nobody. Good pressure there from Collingwood. We have 3 minutes remaining in this half. Van Rijk. Pilati with a shoe change. Hoping that'll bring the opening goal. And look, you feel if Pascaval do get the opening goal, it's probably going to be floodgates from there because you're going to get some confidence. Collingwood heads will drop, and from there it's really all Pasco. But if Collingwood get the first goal, it's definitely game on, which Hinder may do here. Nigel Hinder. Oh, that's probably the first shot he's had saved. You won't know what that feels like. But yeah, straight at Avila. And here you go. Gadali, a big save from Avila again. So now it's a little bit more work going on. As another strike, this time from Van Rijk. Pasco just not setting up quick enough. Edgar Daly blocked by Pilati, and now they can break. Collingwood out of their shape. Rico Hauser finds nobody there. Long ball over the top. 1 minute 57 remaining. Collingwood 0, Pascaval 0. If you ask Collingwood at half-time, would they be happy if it was 0-0 at half-time? I think they would take it. And another stray pass from Pilati there. So Pasco have missed quite a few passes. Something I'm sure they'll work on at the break, not having timeouts until the next round of competition. 18-minute halves gives the state league teams more of a shot. More of a shot because, you know, the series futsal clubs are used to the 23-minute halves, and a lot of games are decided in the final 5 to 6 minutes. Pilati blocked by Van Rijk. Yeah, decided very late in the halves, but, you know, if you take that time away, they're a good chance. So, look, they've played the whole, I guess you can call it, group stage, knockout phase with 18-minute halves, no timeouts, so it'll only change for the finals. Excuse me, so 50 seconds left, a handball on Enrique. So Collingwood will look to see all the way to the break at 0-0. Holmes, Chapman. So Collingwood struggling to keep possession, which is probably not what they came into this game to do. Yeah, they're looking for the counter-attacks, which they've got a couple of. And it'll really test Pasco's resilience because, you know, not many teams like this in Series Futsal Victoria where they won't offer much going forward. and they'll literally just defend. You know, a lot of teams, even if they're defending very hard, they will get, you know, keep the ball a little, worry you around, move you a little bit. But Collingwood have done nothing of the sort as Enrique blasts another one over from range. He looks to be getting frustrated, but that's all we have for the first half, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go to a very quick ad break, and we'll be back after the half-time with the second half of Collingwood and Pascoe.
No more. Just get involved. What were you saying? You were saying something.
All right. So real quick with the men.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, is that the commissioner in the back?
Hang on, let's have a look.
The commissioner.
It could be.
Are you all right? Hey. Chipper, get involved, Chipper. Chipper, get involved.
Get closer.
Get involved, Chipper.
Get closer.
Get closer.
There! Commissioner, a lot of suspensions coming around this week. A lot of suspensions.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, from the halftime break. It's Pascoe Vale in the black and white. To the left of your screens, 0, and Collingwood in the classical Plaster Dutch orange. The orange of Plaster Dutch, one of the greatest social league teams at Futsal Oz. Many of the Collingwood players have graced this team before making the switch to this state league side. As Caro will burn down the line, and it's been turned in. I believe Josh Sasich has gotten a touch on that, and there you go, straight away, 30 seconds after the break, the nostalgia of Plaster Dutch has fired up Andre Caro as he beats his player down the line, cuts it back, Sasich tucking in and tapping it away. So now Collingwood need to go for goal. Edgar Daly does really well as the game's fired up a little early in the half. To see young Josh Sasich getting on the board. Chapman through the middle. Finds no one. Caro. So obviously tactic from Pascoe Vale is to isolate Andre Caro on the left flank. Enrique. Caro. Enrique cutting inside and blasting towards that top corner. Alvarado does very well to make the save. So Collingwood have held up very well defensively so far, but yeah, the quality of Pascoval you'd assume would shine through in the second half. Starting to really move the ball well now, Pascoval. Pilati. Caro now. Too much time and space for Andre Caro as he gets flattened. Cameron Holmes. You feel if anyone's going to get a goal, it's going to be Cameron Holmes for the Collingwood side. Cutting inside Enrique, who's made a lot of chances. Caro does well. Daly reads it well. And Caro forced out. It's Cameron Holmes. Looks like he's talking a little bit of trash, which he likes to do. Nothing out of the spirit of the game. So Pascoval, what will they have from this set piece? 1-0 they lead, 15 minutes to go. Caro looked to just pass it into the top corner, but just couldn't find the angle. Long ball, Edgar Daly. Just don't know where the goal will come from for Collingwood. And Pilati puts a block on. So yeah, just not enough going forward for Collingwood, unfortunately. Maybe if Tremaine Sadler was here, got a few shots off for them. Maybe beat his player a couple of times. It could have been the impact. But Enrique cuts in and blasts it into his player. Pilati straight into Hinder. Oh, Nigel Hinder, this could be the one. Wins the ball. Oh, there's been a foul given. There's been a foul given, and let's have a look at the replay. I actually thought it was a little too much. Pilati using his body. Oh, he may have gotten the ball. A little bit of a line ball decision for me, but Pascoval get away with that one because Hinder was one-on-one. And that'll be the only way I think Collingwood will find the net. I think one-on-one chances or turnovers. Enrique. Caro. Caro beats his player down the line and fires it in. And that one's scraped out as Pascoval really applying the pressure now. Caro, little touch, Enrique. Plenty of time, still remains in this one. So Hinder, what's he got for us? Oh, great bit of skill, I think, down the line. I still can't see past Tevell, brick wall. As Cameron Holmes sees that one out. We've got 13 minutes to play. Pascoval 1, Collingwood 0. Goal scorer Josh Sasic. After some lovely work from Andre Caro in a very similar position to what he is right now. Cutting inside, Caro. Pilati over the bar. Pasco need to be a little more clinical just to put Collingwood to bed because one goal is definitely not enough as Cameron Holmes comes off for a rest. And that could prove pivotal to Collingwood recording a win here. Oh, Pilati does well to keep it in. Enrique does very well, but just didn't finish it. Now he has. And just a little unlucky for Collingwood, but it's another goal to Pasco. And here's a look at the replay. So, yeah, very well done to keep that in. Enrique missed the first attempt there, but it just came back to him. Collingwood players just too far. Couldn't recover, I think is the biggest thing. But 2-0 now to Pascoval. Josh Sasic and Enrique, the goal scorers. On a night where Collingwood started very well defensively, but Pasco are just starting to wear them down, which of course is understandable. Enrique has been very good in my books. Caro played a huge part in the opener of the night. Enrique has looked to burn past Van Rijk, but didn't. Enrique couldn't believe he's had that one called out on him. Joey Chapman, 20 hard nut players, not very much dribbling or nonsense about him. He's pretty straightforward, hard defender, does all the simple things well. As there's a foul against Lima there, which he doesn't really agree with. Hinder here with Caro, blasted into him. Alison Lima. Andre Caro. Rodrigo. It's getting some minutes here as Caro turns well and fires, but Alvarado with a great save. Van Rijk. Enrique does well, battling here with Van Rijk, and there's the foul. Lovely play here, but Caro worn like a glove by Nigel Hinder. We have 10 minutes remaining, ladies and gentlemen, in this one. Lima, lovely play, but nothing doing. Collingwood continue to apply good pressure on the ball. They've fallen 2 goals behind though, so that's a worry for them. Caro down the line, no one home for the Pasco side. It's been a rather dull game. Not really much action. Collingwood just defending, which you can't really blame them for doing, but nonetheless, Pasco just a class above, and they will run out winners in this game, you'd think. Lima fires his shot, but there was a block put on there. Rodrigo. Enrique. Rodrigo doing really well. Enrique will be trying a little too much at the back there, and he's apologising. Good pressure here from Pascoval, just limiting any chance Collingwood may have. Van Rijk pressed into another corner. So there's only 9 minutes left, perhaps, in Collingwood's Clubs Cup campaign. They had a good win over Preston in the first round of games for them. Round 3, they entered the competition as there's a foul on Rico Hauser. Holmes unhappy with that. He has a rather a wry smile. Caro 1-on-1 here with Van Rijk. Just feeling him out, so to speak. Seeing if there's a chance for him to beat Van Rijk, but who did defend very well. And now there's a chance. Van Rijk sticking with Caro like a glove. Rico Hauser, good bit of pressure here. Can they win this ball? Cameron Holmes. Cameron Holmes, big block as he's a one-man band right now. Cameron Holmes in attack. Now, Nigel Hinder's trying to help him, but it's pretty much only Cameron Holmes that's going to break through for the Collingwood side, you'd think. Ball down the line, Holmes, back post, no one there. Van Rijk should have been. Though he wasn't, and yeah, we have 7.5 minutes left. It's 2-0 at the moment. Pilati back on the court. Rodrigo. Caro now off. Give Pascoval a different angle as Hauser's fouled. Just not happy with it. And yeah, well, you couldn't really blame him. So Enrique has looked very good today. He's off at the moment. Pascoval, number 9, who is still very young. He got sent off in his first series futsal game. Missed a couple of weeks after that. Played a youth game, looked quite good. Trying to find the feel and the pace of serious futsal. And some more time in the black and white colours of Pascoe will help Enrique. Palardi streaming clear on the far side. House's header. Just not finding the target, unfortunately for him. Joey Chapman. Long ball. Hinder. Fighting with Palardi. Wants a free kick, but that's the kind of tackles you're going to receive if you play serious futsal, Nigel. Palardi. As the advantage was called and Holmes will be booked. He knows Palardi probably would have done the same thing. So Rico Hauser now on the ball. 5.5 minutes remaining. Hauser will blast one. Alvarado and Lima had to finish that. Hinder. Cameron Holmes not impressed, nor was Hinder. Palardi. And that'll be a Collingwood ball. We have 5 minutes remaining. Collingwood are up to 4 fouls. So they could start giving away some 10-metre penalties, which could blow this score out. It'd be a real shame if the score was to blow out, because Collingwood have done a great job. 2-0 really does reflect the contest, I think. Collingwood haven't had many chances to score. A couple of occasions they were beaten, and, well, Pascoe capitalised on their chances.
Carl will commentate with you next game.
So Edgar Daly now. Over the free kick. Has a ping, but definitely not enough power and even accuracy for that matter. Here's Chapman holding it up, fouled. So a few fouls are rolling out of this one now. Collingwood only have 4 minutes left. It's definitely not beyond them. If Chapman now can fire this one away, or maybe Holmes or Daly, they're all capable of finishing this. And Joey Chapman, oh, that was perfect. Absolutely perfect. And all that was missing was the finish from Daniel Van Rijk. As we see here on the replay, unmarked. Very poor defending from Pascoe, to say the least. Usually very good in their defensive setups. Enrique, Pascoe look like they want to finish this game quite strong. Who could blame them? Sasic down the line. Enrique, lovely turn. He's fouled, and that's 5 against the Collingwood side. Enrique now plays it all the way, looking for Palardi. Would have worked well, but finds no one. So here's Cameron Holmes. Not long left in this competition for Collingwood. Chapman, and they may get a goal here. Palardi, 1-2, just not really clicking for Pascoe today. Not really sharp as they could be, as they usually are. Caro wanted the foul there, doesn't get it. We got 2 minutes, and there's a foul on Pascoe. So 5 fouls against Collingwood, 4 now against Pascoe. And the fouls start to rain out of this one. Holmes, again, seems to just be passing it to the Pascoe defence. Enrique. Pilati all the way through. Sasic. Little nutmeg, and Caro still has 2 players riding him all the way. So, yeah, incredible stuff. And Enrique into the roof. Edgar Daly looking for Joey Chapman, couldn't find him. Sasic. Caro, this will be a Pascaval win, ladies and gentlemen. It's 2-0. Collingwood hardly disgraced, but as we expected from the start, they wouldn't have the attacking flair to stay with the Pascaval side. 50 seconds remain. Hopefully they don't give away a foul and a 10-metre penalty. They've contained Andre Caro very well, apart from one moment where the star man beat his player and set up the opener for Josh Sasic. And Enrique, scorer of the second. He needed a couple of bites of the cherry, but he put it away nonetheless. Sasic fires into the side netting, so Pascaval will progress, and they set up a mouth-watering clash with Moreland FC in the first of the quarterfinals there. And while there's that foul we spoke about, we hope they wouldn't give away. But they're going to, and Caro will step up and look to get his goal. So Andre Caro has had his shin pad completely knocked out. It will be 1-1 with Alvarado as Caro looks to make it 3-0. Andre Caro versus Jean Alvarado here from the penalty spot, and he just, well, I think the less we say about that, the better. As the game finishes 2-0, great effort from Collingwood, simply did not have the firepower to break down the Pascaval defence, and as we said, Pasco progressed to the next round, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go to a very quick ad break. We'll be back with Hume FC up against Kingston FC.
No more, just stop.
Get involved. What were you saying? You were saying something. All right, so real quick with the men.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, is that the commissioner in the back?
Hang on, let's have a look.
The commissioner.
It could be.
You're right. Hey. Chipper, get involved, Chipper. Chipper, get involved.
Get closer.
Get involved, Chipper.
Get closer.
Get closer.
There! Commissioner, a lot of suspensions coming around this week. A lot of suspensions.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. If you just joined us, the first game of the night saw Pascoe Vale FC progress to the quarterfinals as they took on Collingwood FC. Close game, 2-0 was the score, but Pascoe Vale proving too good as they progress to the next round where they face Moreland FC. Big clash there. I'm joined now in the commentary box for this one with Khalid Ayash. Khalid, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Pleasure to have you. How do you see this one going? Kingston, new look side, up against Hume.
Hume should do their job comfortably.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not a blowout, and the new boys put on a bit of a performance, show everyone what they have and why they've been picked to continue Kingston's spot in the league.
Yeah, definitely. So they played the first game on the weekend. It was a very different looking side. Only I think 2 or 3 of these boys played the game. They lost 11-0, I think 12 toner. 3-0 at half time that day, so just second half lapse. So I think, look, they can stay with Hume. We've got some talented young players, as Daniel Perry's one of them on the ball there, good bit of pressure. Noah Hosseini has a strike, and Enes almost forced out of a save early on. They'll have to deal with Mo Matto, which is never easy to play against him because he's always yelling at you, but you've got no idea what he's saying. It's incredible stuff.
Yes, 100%.
Incredible stuff.
He's my cousin, and I don't think most of the times I know what he's saying. So
yeah, he's just got like his own language, or he's got his own app actually. Have you got his app?
No, I haven't downloaded it yet,
Yeah,
but I'll get onto it.
But Ernie Simpson's got the app. He shows me all the time. Oh, Noah Hosseini here with a shot as Enes was wrong-footed. Had a little bit more power on that and may have found the net. So Temple now on the ball. Kershak Gula getting a start for the senior team, which is good to see. Hosseini with Alex and Noah a little bit late.
They started well. Kingston.
Absolutely, yeah. That's what they did on Sunday. So hopefully they can prolong that for a longer period of the game. I think it's good that they're playing Hume. Like, no disrespect to Hume, they're a quality side, but Hume seemed to drop to their opponent's level a lot. You saw they played Baldwin, who every team's beaten by 6-7 goals plus, and they only beat them 7-5 on last Friday. So I think they just relax a little bit, and if you put the Futsaroos out here in front of Hume, they'll probably give them a good run for their money. But Chichek has a shot saved by Dan Riz early on, and he's gone down. It's 4-on-1. Temmel's in trouble here. Tasso Costa with a shot, and Temmel blocks.
Yeah, definitely. Hume are one of those sides who will drop to the opposition's level, but then when it's, when the game's on the line, somehow, most of the times they'll just pull something out of their sleeve
100%.
And take the game. So hopefully we've got a good game on our hands.
Yeah, look, I hope so. They're going to rely heavily on Alex Hosseini and Tasso Costa and Dan Rizio to give them that experience, these young kids, because they can play.
Well, hopefully the adrenaline and the big stage, keeps them up for the game.
Yeah, let's
It's been 5 minutes almost, and still 0-0.
3 minutes. 3 minutes.
3 minutes?
Yeah, 18 minute halves for this round.
Still 3 minutes is against the V-League serious futsal team.
Definitely.
It's pretty good start, if you ask me.
100% agree. I think Sunday they were a little bit nervous. First game, didn't really know each other. They were all kind of put into a team, and
yeah, it's not easy to just go out there with people you don't know.
Once now they've come, with a few more players, and
good save there by Dan.
Really well done, definitely. Yeah, once they get a little bit more settled and some training sessions under their belts, and it'll be a lot better for them.
Even the Hume side today, a little bit under strength.
Yeah, they got a few suspensions. So no Nez Shahin, he was sent off last Friday.
Yes.
No Mario Petrovic, he's gone for 4 weeks, suspended as well for a headbutt.
Lucky to continue the game.
Oh, very lucky, very lucky. Hakan Bayrakli, suspended for a headbutt on Tuesday night as well. So a few suspensions out of the Hume camp. They'll be missing for a lengthy period of time.
So they'll be undermanned for a couple of weeks, you
Couple of
reckon?
weeks, yeah. Reza Kukulagu not here tonight either, so Hume definitely have enough in the tank to win this game. As Temel has that pinched, and Tasso Costa has his shot blocked by Ubedi Chichek.
This will show us how much Kingston's worked on in the training pitch. The set piece, the first set piece.
Only one session so far. It goes all the way over the top to Noah Hosseini, and Hume will break. Ooh. Alex Hosseini started very well. He may get a goal here.
Whoa!
Off the crossbar. So very good start for the Kingston
I
side.
think they've started this game really well. They're just trying to do the basics and just getting a few shots off, getting their confidence up.
Yeah, it's exactly what you got to do. Just defend, follow your player, make it difficult for the opponent to score goals.
I think I called it before that it was going to be a blowout. Before we started the commentary, I said 20, but I think it's going to get anywhere close, like you said, Jimmy.
Yeah. Some would call me some kind of expert or something in this game, but I don't know what they're talking about. Good to see Enes Kocha is getting a senior run for Hume. He played last Friday, playing today, so...
He's a good goalkeeper. I think he's one of those players, keepers, whatever you want to call him.
He's a keeper.
Yeah, but he's one of those keepers or players that will have a really, really good game or have a very bad game.
Consistency.
Consistency.
And that comes, I think, with confidence. The more games he gets, I think he's just worried about playing at a senior level, which is understandable for young keepers. The same thing as Rizio makes a save, Tankia misses everything. Yeah, same thing with our youth keeper, Alex Riscatelli. Does really well in the youth league.
Yeah,
very confident, makes a lot of saves, but once it comes to the men's, nerves kick in. It's a different game.
In youth, they're very good. They're at the top of their game, and then as soon as they come up against a...
Temple now left with too much time and space as Husseini blocks it out.
Yeah, as soon as they come against the more experienced players, they just seem to lose a little bit of confidence.
Yeah, and it's not that they can't compete with these players. I think it's just they don't believe in themselves that they can.
Yeah, 100%.
But skill level-wise, they can. Husseini pinches the ball off Temel here, who recovers very well, and he's very lucky, Temel, that Husseini didn't fall on him there because he would have been absolutely crushed.
Husseini's strength and his height and his, it will be a bit difficult today for these boys, for these Hume boys.
Yeah, look, he's got a lot of heart, which you got to like about him. Since probably 2010, I think he won the league with Fitzroy. I think since that kind of time, he's always been around the state leagues and League One and League Two, and trying to find somewhere where, he can call home, I guess. He was at the Wolves for a little bit, did not bad there, definitely. But I think, look, he's taken on this challenge. He left the South Melbourne side, now managed by Bilal Ali, which probably, or not probably, definitely has a better list, more experience. Probably going in more places, but he went to a higher league to help a young team out, and you got to admire that about him.
And he's got someone from his family in the team?
Yeah, Noah. He's just gone off, the number 31. He had a few chances to score early.
Is that his brother?
His younger brother, that's right. So obviously something good for him to play with his younger brother too.
Yeah, share a bit of... he has...
Definitely. As Hannah Shamon has come on and had a shot, and it's gone out for a corner.
I'm honestly really, really pleased with this Kingston team to still have a clean sheet 8 minutes in.
Yeah, but look, I think, like we said, I think Hume's a little bit lethargic. They're not really playing at the intensity that they can.
I heard the manager telling them to... in the dressing rooms upstairs, telling them to keep an eye out on, for tomorrow's game as well.
Yeah, look, that's
maybe it might cost them tonight. You never know. Could have an upset on the cards.
Look, I can't see an upset of sorts. I think if they go 1, 2, 3 goals behind, they'll switch it on, and they're capable of scoring very quickly. So
hopefully we get an upset. It'll be nice.
Oh, it'd be great. I always love seeing upsets in cup competitions. So anyway, here's the ball over the top. Temel. Hume just not hitting the target at the moment. On throw, Hannah Shamon on the end of it. Here's Daniel Perry. Got a good shot on him if he can get it off. Another player who just needs a little bit of confidence.
He's not bad. He's got good feet. Not bad. Doesn't look too bad. Maybe
very good little player. I think he's only 14 years old.
Yeah,
maybe turning 15. Ball down the line. Ubedi Cicek now. Big strike saved by Rizio. Been quite good early on.
I think even Dan, like you were saying about Alex Husseini, he's been around a few clubs.
Definitely, yeah, he has.
He's good. Decent goalkeeper.
On his day, same thing I think as Enes. On his day, he can have some awful games, Dan Riz, but today he's looking good.
Pulling off a few good saves.
Yeah, and look, this was something that happened to the boys on Sunday. Dan played very well again. He copped 11 goals. You wouldn't believe me if I told you he played well. But they allowed too many back post runs to go unmarked, and a lot of the goals were walked in. So, look, the team looks more confident now. They're growing with each and every play. So as long as they can keep the goals out, if they can go to halftime 0-0, that's an amazing result for them.
And if you're saying Sunday was their first game?
Yeah, they only came together last Sunday.
It's two, pretty hard teams to come up against on your first two games. Altona, and Hume.
So second place in the State League and third place in Series Futsal. So, and look, next week, I'm not sure who they've got on Sunday, but next Thursday they play Moreland in a catch-up game, so it doesn't get any easier for them.
100%.
As Shicek's fouled, 100% there. Free kick to Hume.
And is Mauricio the manager or fill-in?
Look, he's just looking after the team for today.
Caretaker.
Caretaker for now as the team gets sorted out. So they'll have a manager. They'll have a good structure. Get the uniforms going and the club page and everything that goes with being a club. Temmel's so good from free kicks as well. Not on that occasion, though.
You jinxed him.
Yeah, maybe I did it on
Commentator's
purpose.
curse.
Maybe I did it on purpose.
Oh!
Would you believe it?
They've taken the lead.
Have taken the lead, ladies and gentlemen. 7 minutes to go in the first half. Here's a replay. Dan Riz gets an assist. Long throw as Tasso Costa on the turn just gets a touch on it. And it's found the empty net. So 1-0 to Kingston FC. Temmel cutting in, and that's the kind of turn I said would happen. So, well done.
But
good stuff from Kingston.
You never know. It could be one of those days where nothing goes in. You know those days where you just nothing works for you.
Most definitely, yeah. Happens to almost every player in the world, except you.
I'll just score them all, mate. I never miss.
More, mate, you don't stay on the pitch long enough for that to happen.
I have a great relationship with the referees.
You know what? The referees come here and tell me, I can't wait to ref coloured today. And it's a big save again by Rizio as Alex Husseini, Hannah Shamon. Costa now looking to break away.
I was surprised to see Hannah Shamon come over from Baldwin.
Yeah, I was very surprised. I thought he was fitting in well there and doing his job, but
because he's one of their more experienced players.
Yeah, he got a lot of game time like that. That wouldn't have been an issue for him. I was very shocked, like you.
I think maybe he made the switch to, get a few wins under the belt. Maybe go to a team that's probably or should be pushing for top 4.
100% will be pushing for top 4, let alone, or maybe top 5, but, a more established club. Baldwin had their whole team leave them, and Lookman Samurai, just a mistake in defence there, as we'll get back to that in a second, Hannah Shamon, but let's have a look at the replay here.
I think they just got a little bit too comfortable in the back line for the first time.
I think they thought, that's not the replay we're looking for. 1-1 the score nonetheless, as we're back to the live stream. The goal coming from Lookman Samurai, which we'll get very soon. As Mo Mata, a couple of fakes. Alex Husseini with a block.
They're on the...
And ball will run out. Here's a quick look at that goal. So just a turnover at the back, Dan Riz. No, that's not the goal we were after. But anyway, great finish from Tasso Costa. Technical team struggling here tonight. Thursday Blues.
Tasso has been very good for Kingston.
He has been very good.
He's been, at both ends of the court, doing what he's got to do, winning free kicks at the back,
100%.
Being strong, and as you saw, he scored a nice goal before.
Yeah, he's definitely got the capabilities to play in the top leagues, but he needs that experience. So I think this is his second or maybe his third season playing in the youth league as an overage player. He's only 23 years old, so plenty of room to grow. Temmel now, a bit too much time and space for him. Kersha Gula, Daniel Perry does really well. Mata.
Great save by Dan. Squatted that one out mid-air. Good save.
Very good. Let's have a look at the replay here. Another turnover. Just unfortunate. Mata cutting in. Very central, but Dan up to the
I think he anticipated the corner, and then he popped up into the middle of the goals. good reflexes.
Dan's made a lot of saves. We've got 3 minutes 23 remaining in this first half.
Another great save.
What are they got to do? I'm sure that'll be the...
I think they're trying. I think Hume's problem right now is they're just trying to force too many long shots.
Yeah, they're trying too hard to score.
Yeah, if they just relax, keep the ball a little bit, I think they'll
break down the opposition.
Yeah, and get that, that back post tap in and just get the momentum going a little bit, then I think the floodgates might open.
That's it.
But you see a lot of teams do that. They struggle to score those goals that, come from a little bit further out.
Yeah.
And then everybody's forcing passes, shots, everything's just getting forced. And everything makes it easier for the opposition.
Look, I think you'll probably agree with this, Khaled. It's that Pascoval and Fitzroy, when they play Metropolitan, open up the team a lot easier because it's a lot more patient, a lot more movement, and they work the ball to the back post. Whereas other teams, whether it's a lack of respect or not, they just go for shot after shot and through ball after through ball.
Yeah.
And Metro almost win a lot of games like that. But against Pasco and Fitzroy, it doesn't seem to really click for you guys. So I think what you're saying is very true. They look at the team, position on the ladder, and think, this is going to be an easy game, and we can do Hollywood ball after Hollywood ball. So
100%. It's the good futsal sides that play futsal well, that try to break down oppositions, that get they get the rewards easier than the halfway shots or
exactly. And look, every team can do it. Like Hume's very capable of moving the ball around and waiting for this chance. They're just not doing it.
For me, I think they're a much better side when they do that, because they got Tamel, they got Mo Mata, they got Nej, really good ball players in general.
Chichek knows how to play the game. The youth players have all been
and they all play together, so I don't see why it's a problem for them to
they're doing it now. So maybe they're listening to us. And there you go. The chance comes.
Another good save, though.
A chance from the 10-metre spot comes rather than halfway. So,
exactly.
But quality play from Hume, just moving the ball and waiting for their chance. It'll come.
And you tie down the opposition that way.
That's right.
Then you get those gaps for that.
Because they're constantly focused on defending. They're not really opening it up. As Daniel Perry will bring the ball back in. So we've got 1 minute left of this first half. It's Hume 1, Kingston 1. Erkan Bayrakli has come off the bench for the final minute for Hume, the number 8. So their youth team is actually on the court right now.
It is too.
Very good to see.
Even though Mohamed Tamel is probably,
he's
way too good for the.
Yeah, too good, but he's only 19.
Yeah.
So, Oh,
nice.
He's got a great shot on him.
Missed kick by Tasso might lead to something. Oh, nice footwork.
Hussaini again. Oh, Alex Hussaini has a lot of time and space, and Chichek.
Even Alex is one of those players. If it falls to him in the right spot, he's got a really good shot.
Tamil.
Look at the size of Alex's leg. If he gets onto it, the keeper will only see it when it hits the net.
100% right. We got 13 seconds remaining. Oh, very lucky. And now 10 seconds. Can they break?
Can they go coast to coast?
Oh. Can't. Hume might. Tamil beats Alex Hussaini. Mohamed Tamil blocked by Tasso Costa. And ladies and gentlemen, that's half time. Don't adjust your screens. It's Hume FC in the white. Series Futsal Victoria side 1. Kingston FC 1. We're going to go to a very quick ad break, and we'll be back with the second half right after this.
No more. Just stop. Get involved. What were you saying? You were saying something.
All right. So real quick with the men. Yeah. Oh, by the way, is that the commissioner in the back?
Hang on, let's have a look.
The commissioner.
It could be.
Are you all right? Hey. Chipper, get involved, Chipper. Chipper, get involved.
Get closer.
Get involved, Chipper.
Get closer.
Get closer.
There. Commissioner, a lot of suspensions coming around this week. A lot of suspensions.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the second half of Hume up against Kingston FC. It's Hume 1 in the white and black, Kingston 1. So goals from Tasso Costa for Kingston, opening the scoring. Lukman Samurai, the youth player for Hume, pulling back the goal. But a fantastic effort so far from Kingston, isn't it, Colin?
Yeah, they've done really, really well in the first half. Tasso was, for me, the best player on the field. So, you know, that helps when one of your players is the best player on the field. And they've done one mistake and copped the goal. So hopefully they can keep up the hard work from the first half and we'll have a great second half on our hands.
Lovely ball from Matta there as Tamil forced a good save out of Dan Rizzio, who's probably been close to the best on the field for Kingston, Khaled.
Yeah, definitely. I was just about to say that. So obviously they've had the two best players on the field have been from their team, and they're a state league team that's been thrown together overnight, pretty much.
Yeah, taking over a new leaf on life for Kingston.
I was actually really, really shocked to see that this was the team that were versing, because the other Kingston side that was in was not bad.
Yeah, they were, but you know, you can't show half of a commitment in a league like this, and
exactly.
You know, you get to play games like this, like against Hume FC. You know, you might be a state league team, you might never make series futsal, but you get to play games like this.
Yeah, get to play against the serious futsal teams.
At the end of the day, some teams take it for granted. So Kingston took it for granted, and yeah, the players are going to play. I think some of the players have been snapped up by Melbourne Athletic, a couple already.
Okay.
And maybe one, I think the goalkeeper, Nerve, has gone to Footscray, but yeah, as a team, Kingston Royals won't be playing in series futsal for a very long time, if ever.
Well, hopefully these boys can get them there.
I think they will. I think
you never know.
In time. I think. Look, they're in the relegation zone in the state league, but only just. They're not on the bottom of the table. They're in 6th place as Temel's shot is blocked.
That's a good thing about futsal laws. There's a lot of teams that have gone up the elite leagues that are all mates. You know.
Yeah.
So it keeps people together, and you know.
Temel strike. That one
shot.
finds the net. Not much they could do about that one as Mohammed Temel gives Hume the lead for the first time on the night. Here's the replay. So I think it was Ubedi Cicek, Hannah Shimon, ghosting run, and a big strike from Temel. So 2-1 the score. Let's hope Kingston don't fall apart in the second half as they did on the weekend. That would be a real shame after the effort.
Honestly, even if they do and they cop another 10, the performance that they put in so far has been really, really, really good. You know, pretty pleased with what they've done. I think if they can shut down the set pieces and the shots, then Hume have nothing else. They haven't showed much.
Yeah, you're right. They've played the same sort of players for a long period of the game, which you can't blame them for doing it. That's just the experienced players.
Great
what a
save,
Dan Rizzio.
Oh,
another save. This is
Unbelievable.
incredible. We need a replay of that after this corner setup. That was unbelievable. 2 quality saves from Dan Rizzio as Daniel Perry takes on Mohammed Temel here. But Temel just showing a little bit too much experience and class. And he'll play to the back post, but Hussein, he's been absolutely outstanding. Here's the replay. Have a look at this. Cicek, unmarked at the back post, was, I think, Shamon. And then the second effort. Look at this.
That would have been a great goal.
Incredible. The goal would have been unbelievable, but, Jesus, what a save. Dan Rizzio.
The first save, for me, was quality. I think it gave him that, you know, that confidence booster, and he was just
100%,
stayed focused and got the danger away. The second
turning and blazing wide.
The good thing that for me that Kingston have done, they've let Hume have the ball in not dangerous positions, but they're just then letting them take the shot from anywhere, and they got great shooters. So, you know, they're just not killing that, you know, that danger part of Hume's game. Their shots, if they can, like I said, oh my God,
that would have been incredible.
Wow.
And they are right in this game.
That was
Kingston.
unbelievable.
Tankia now on the court for Hume.
I wish they had went in.
Yeah, it would have really livened up the game. And look, that's really the way for them to go. The long throws, the throw-ins.
Yeah,
they
just
should utilize it. Keep getting the ball in the area. Here's the replay. Dan Riz, carbon copy of the first goal almost. And what a touch. Gee, I thought that was goal bound for all money.
Unlucky not to get that one, Tasso.
Here's another one, and Shamon forces another big save.
I reckon Dan has done about 40 saves this game, and we've got 12 minutes to go.
He's been incredible. Here's a long ball.
That's fine. I don't mind that for them. Just get the ball up the court, set up again, get the pressure away.
Slow the momentum down, yeah.
And it gives them that 10, 15-second breather that, you know, that they need, because they've been under the pump for quite a bit right now.
Yeah, look, Hume's right on top now, and it's to be expected. I mean, you don't expect Kingston to come out and really win this game.
I'd love for them to get another goal, though.
Yeah, it would make it really interesting. 12 minutes remain. It's 2-1 at the moment.
Maybe not now. Maybe keep it to ideal scenario for me. At the 8th minute mark, 2-2. Then we'll have a good game on our hands.
Yeah, that'd be quality.
Because then Hume will have to push for the winner, and they'll have some gaps in the back.
Temple a little frustrated with his teammate there today.
I think they just done the sub, and everyone was out of position a little bit. No Tankia throwing his body around.
Oh, Chichek now, another big save.
Got another brilliant save.
Tamil over the bar.
Too obvious now. I think if they can get their set pieces right with balls to the back post, then it'll be much easier for them to score. Because I think Kingston and the Kingston keeper are just anticipating a shot every single time now.
Yeah, definitely. Chichek looking for Bayraki. That's what you're talking about.
Exactly. If he had read that better, Bayraki, there would have been a tap in. Oh, great footwork. Oh, he's
fantastic. In. Daniel Perry, just got to get a shot off here.
Great stuff.
As Campbell Burgess has been flat.
That was quality.
Yeah, I told you, he's got great feet, this kid.
It was good team play all around. They got a short ball from the keeper and worked it forward for a shot. They should be really pleased with what they've been able to do so far.
Yeah, definitely agree. Thank you now. Just coming back into the Hume setup. Husseini's been a rock at the back as well. Tasso Costa's been brilliant. Rizio, we said at the start these players had to stand up, and they have.
They got a great combination of players, and it's working well for them today. They got the two big guys at the back, nice and solid,
and the fast young players up front.
Yes, just cause havoc. You can hear the Hume bench yelling out quicker to move the ball quicker, which is probably a good idea.
Yeah, they might call.
Open up the defense a bit. This is this slow, patient play works into the hands of Kingston. Gives them time to set up.
It does, but it's exactly what Hume have to do. Oh, Tasso
Costa
has stolen the ball. He's got to finish. Oh, straight at Ennis.
Alex Husseini.
Husseini looking for the back post. Husseini again. Ooh. And there's a lot of chances coming from Kingston on the break here. And the crowd coloured really getting behind the Kingston side here. It's great to see.
Yeah, I think
Lookman Samurai off the bench.
The Pascaval boys, who are friends with Tasso.
Yeah, Pascaval, youth player.
Yes, they're getting behind him, and it's good to see because he's having a brilliant game. And it's good to see, other teams, friends supporting other teams that are, starting new.
That's what it's all about. Is Chichek forces another big save out of Dan Rizio.
Dan Rizio has, I think, now taken the place for the best player on the field because
I think so.
He's pulled off about 4,000 saves. I don't think he's pulled off this many saves in his career.
He's overtaken the career. Hazza Karagli, I think his name is. I'll get his surname confirmed in the end, but it's Hazza, his first name. He forces a good save. He hasn't played many minutes today.
If they could, if Kingston settle in front of the goals, they should be 3-2 up because that's 2 1-on-1s now that they've had.
Definitely. But also, if Dan Rizzo hadn't made 4,000 saves, there could be a...
Yeah, but Dan Rizzo's saves are from halfway.
Yeah, definitely.
You know?
You're right, you're right. No, you're
different saves.
Yeah, fair point. Fair point.
I think if you said to a goalkeeper, give me 5 one-on-ones or 25 shots from halfway, he'd take 25 shots.
Any day, yeah, you're right.
Because, you know, I think one out of 20 shots will go in if the keeper's good or having a good day as Dan's having today.
Definitely.
And Hume...
Oh, that's unlucky.
One mistake, one goal.
Yeah, Lookman Samurai taps that one in, and Hume open up a 3-1 lead now. 7.5 minutes remaining, so here you go. Temel found Cicek, and just not following the player there. As Dan gets his foot on it, but it falls straight to his rival, and it's 3-1 now.
And the thing for Hume there that's, you know, a little bit promising for the last 7 minutes is that they were actually trying to go back post, and it forced a mistake and a goal. So that could be the, you know, it could wake them up and they'd get a few more goals this half.
Yeah, 100% agree.
If I was the Hume coach, I'd be using this game today as a little bit of a warm-up game for tomorrow.
And look, yeah, this is Kingston just getting tired. Samurai's got a hat-trick now. Quality finish.
Quality.
So let's have a look at that replay. Carla, talk us through it.
Nice play by the flanker. Good ball. Very fortunate to get there. A little bit of ping-pong. But a quality finish into the top corner by Lockman. Unsavable.
Good to see Lookman getting a run in the men's team, you know. He's been doing quite well at youth level for a long
He's been
time.
playing youth?
Yeah, for many years now. Hasn't had many opportunities in the men's team.
Great work there by Alex.
Really trying to stop this game blowing out. Tasso Costa now has Hazard on his left. Doesn't get it.
Wrong decision there by Tasso. I think the fatigue kicking in a little bit. A few wrong decisions. He had a player on there for a shot on goal, and they haven't had many this half, so you got to take them when they come. No matter how many goals Hume score in the next 5 minutes, I think this is still a really, 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 really top performance by this Kingston team.
100% agree. So they're getting tired though.
Yeah, they've had Alex and Tasso on for the whole game, so it's not easy to play, you know.
Which, you know, experience-wise they had to do. Matter too much time and space. Dan Riz, another save.
Even in social league, if you play a full game, you get tired. So, you know,
great ball by Matter
there.
First time toward the back post. Noah Husseini now. Costa has Perry on the run. Can he get a shot off? Ooh, just a little too much heat for the youngster.
I think the word on social media has gotten around that I'm commentating, and my phone's going crazy. I think I'm a new favourite in the commentary box.
I actually got a message from someone. I'm not going to name names, but they said you should stop playing and start commentating. You can't get sent off from the commentary. Actually,
you know what?
You know what?
I probably
if anyone
will.
could get sent off from the commentary box, Carl, it'd probably
if
be
Metro's playing and it's one bad decision, I might get a red card out of the commentator's box.
Yeah, it'd be a world first.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Escorted from the stadium, from the commentary box. We're getting ridiculous here. So we've got 4 minutes left in this game.
It's very obvious that the Hume coach is resting the main players for the men's team.
Yeah, except Mo Temple, who plays every minute of every game.
Yeah, because I think Mo Matter's been subbed off each half about 13 times in 18 minutes. So I think he's saving him for tomorrow. And also, Ubaidi has spent a lot of time on the bench tonight.
The youth, a few minutes, which is good.
But I think the thing, it's a wise decision by the manager because they got this game in the bag right now.
I think, player management is critical in these games. As Perry forces a save. Here you go, Daniel Perry. Can he get a goal? Alex Husseini, there you go.
Great finish, good assist.
Quality bit of play, and the youngster gets an assist.
I think there was a few too many passes there.
Yeah, so let's have a look at this one here. Ball just fell, turnover in defence. Perry found Husseini smart. You could have just blazed away and had a shot there, but
great,
very well done.
Great decision making there in front of goals.
So 3 minutes remaining.
If they can get the next goal quickly, I think we'll be on for a good finish.
You know what? Even if they just get the next goal and it ends that way, I think it finishes respectably.
Exactly, respectable scoreline. Really good for them.
4-2 is amazing. 4-3 is incredible as Husseini nearly wins this one back. Cicek on the ball. Here's Kershagula as Cicek's gone down. Shamon blocked. Cicek's in a lot of pain. Looks like he's copped a whack to the head as Tasso Costa comes over and apologises. And, good ball to the back post. Noah Husseini covering it well. So we've got 2.5 minutes left. Cicek, Temel.
I think
by Husseini.
I think the YouTube's going crazy because of the two commentators.
Sick commentators.
Sick commentators. Hayden Kanjo. Shout out to Hayden Kanjo. What do they call him? 10-man Kanjo.
And the header just falls into the net. Kershagula getting his head on the end of it, and that's all but game over. Here's Cicek. Just beats Daniel Perry. His shot deflected. Gula lucky to get that one in the net.
I think they've got a few fortunate goals this half. Hume.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's actually a really, really respectable scoreline, and they should be really proud of themselves, this Kingston side, against these quality players. Because Hume have a really good youth team and a really good men's team.
Yeah, they do.
And all their players are on show at the moment.
Yeah, the only ones not here are the suspended players. But you still would have expected a bigger scoreline.
Of course.
Temel.
2-on-1 here.
Still no Husseini, big save by NS.
I think you saw the headlines.
Yeah, name up in lights. Oh, well done, Alex Husseini. 1 minute left. You'd hope they can hold it at 5-2, maybe even get one back, 5-3. It's a fantastic effort nonetheless.
I think Hume will be more happy to hold it right now.
It's a massive call. Perry cuts in front very well. Here's Cicek. Now they've got a counter-attack. 3-on-2. Tasso Costa. Kushigula there. Temel just slowing things down. 35 seconds left.
Hume just trying to kill the.
Now they just want to finish this off. Rizio with a good save. Rizio needs to go long. Needs an option down there. Husseini.
Would you still say Dan has been man of the match, even though he's got 5?
Look, I did. I had said it at probably 3. 5's a bit too many. Not really his fault, but 5's too much for a man of the match goalkeeper, I think. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, we've only got 7 seconds left. And Hume will progress to the next round. They'll face the winner of our next game. Ooh, as there's another chance for Costa. The game finishes 5-2. And, well, very great effort from the Kingston side, Khaled. We saw signs of life. 5-2 against Hume is a very big result for them. They'll only get better and better with each game. But Hume, as we said, progress to the next round. They'll play the winner of Preston and Baldwin coming up next. That's going to be a cracker, and I'm calling it early for an upset. We'll be back after the break with Preston against Baldwin.
No more, just get involved. What were you saying? You were saying something.
All right, so real quick with the men.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, is that the commissioner in the back?
Hang on, let's have a look.
The commissioner.
It could be.
Are you all right? Hey. Chipper, get involved, Chipper. Chipper, get involved.
Get closer.
Get involved, Chipper.
Get closer.
Get closer.
There's Chipper. Commissioner, a lot of suspensions coming around this week. A lot of suspensions.
and gentlemen, with the final game of the evening. We have Preston FC of State League 1. And we may have a goal early on as Valen Abraham has to clear his lines. Preston FC in the purple and black Aku uniforms taking on Baldwin of Series Futsal Victoria. They're the bottom side in Series Futsal Victoria, so Preston will smell blood, but still a very good side nonetheless. Baldwin in their SPT Mitre kits. I'm joined by Khaled Ayash in this one. Khaled, how do you see this game going?
This will be another really good game because Preston try and play, and Baldwin have something to prove and have a lot of really good players in their side. So hopefully, and we should be, up for a good game.
I hope so too. Look, Preston are going to have to rely on, I think, their keeper to make a lot of saves, and Naz Saeed to actually turn up to a big game. Like, usually every time they play the top sides, he's nowhere to be found.
Yeah, so he goes missing in the big ones, Naz.
He does.
Oh,
there you go.
I think
he's just shutting us up. Naz Saeed has picked out Carl Tickner, who's having a huge season. Very much improved season. And there you go, Jamison down the line. Naz Saeed cuts inside and just not following their runners. Bezatpour lost his man. 1-0 to Preston. They look pumped up for this one. So Preston, Khaled, actually the lucky losers in this competition. They were actually knocked out by Collingwood. And
yeah, they got a second chance.
They got a second chance because Region Altona threw themselves out of the competition.
I think they deserve it because they do a lot of hard work behind the scenes to promote the club and stuff. So
as a club,
maybe this is a this is good for them. Oh, Nas is in. Oh, they've got the wrong ball. They got the warm-up ball. Just got a bit of a break in play. Again, another break. Not bad crowd for a Thursday night. Two teams that Preston usually have a massive crowd. Might be a little bit late for their fan base.
Yeah, possibly.
10:30 on a Thursday, and
10:10 was the kickoff, so it's only 10:20. Give us a break.
And I think the weather doesn't help either.
Yeah, it's freezing up here at Thomastown. What have we got on the? We got 12 degrees here at Thomastown. It feels like about 4. Khaled's got
-4.
Khaled's got 3 puffy jackets on. Khaled, actually, funny story about Khaled, if you don't know him, he actually gets cold in the middle of summer. It's unbelievable.
That is true.
It's 50 degrees and he rocks up in a jumper.
Not 50, but...
So Preston leading 1-0. Fantastic start to this game as they look right up for the challenge. They were absolutely smashed on the weekend. They lost 7-1 to Brighton. I believe it was Brighton. No, it was Footscray. They lost to Footscray, who's actually in the State League 1 relegation code. So that's how close these games can be. Now, Noor Kashaba with a turn as he's brought down. Here's Saeed now. Has had a good start to this game, providing the first goal.
Nass is one of those players that are, like you were saying before, if he turns up, he will give the opposition a very hard time all on his own.
Yeah, he will, definitely. There's Bezapor doing really well. Kashaba. And look, Baldwin aren't out of this. Look, Baldwin's got a really tricky scenario, I think. They're on the bottom of Series Futsal Victoria's table. Do they go and try and win this game? Oh, Nasseed, lovely turn. Valen Abraham, being held back. And Saeed, it's a yellow card.
Great work, boy. Great target play there by Nas.
Yeah, very strong. He had his man beat and just being held back. So, yellow card correctly given. So, Nasseed on the ball. Nasseed, well read. Now Jan Georges. And Ristevski sees that one out. So Preston Colored voted the biggest club by social media fans on Series Futsal's Facebook and Instagram pages.
Yeah, they were. I saw that today on I think they have the biggest. I think they. Sorry, forgot what I was going to say. I think they have a good social media following, and their friends get around them.
Yeah.
So I think social media-wise and game day supporters-wise, maybe.
Yeah.
But overall,
Look, it's a fan's choice. It's not who it is. So
if it's a fan's choice, then 100%.
yeah, so they've been voted. Well, they got the most votes, which is good.
Because when Metro was in the State League and we came up against Preston 3 times,
Yep.
they were probably the 3 games that I looked forward to most because
You played in front of a crowd.
we was guaranteed to have a big crowd,
Yeah,
and
that's it.
it's nice to play against in front of a big crowd. Sorry.
Yeah, look, every player, no matter what league, what level, what part of the world, likes playing in front of a big crowd. It's absolutely no doubt about that.
Baldwin have a new guy.
Yeah,
tonight.
we'll get his name to you.
His name's Danny Unan.
Danny Unan.
Yes. Because
Oh, Nicholas Jameson has a strike. Oh, Tickner. Very unlucky there. Abraham, 2-touch. Very amateur error.
Yeah, but I think if he didn't touch it, it was going in. So I think.
Not from the goalkeeper, from the player to pass it back to him.
Yeah. So yeah.
Keeper had to touch it. Yeah.
It's a bit that rule's a bit tricky. Like even myself, sometimes I played many seasons in the series futsal, and sometimes I, catch myself nearly passing it back to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, but look, in your defence, you've probably only played about a season's worth of games.
Yeah,
in 9
or maybe
seasons.
less.
Maybe less. So it's understandable that you wouldn't really know the rule.
Yeah.
So another chance. This is a big chance here for Preston.
This is a guaranteed goal if they stay like this, set up like this. Because I don't know what the hell's going on. Oh my God!
Abraham, the only thing saving them there.
There was half the goal was open there, and I don't know how Preston managed not to score.
Jameson's got a quality strike on him. As Damien Labombarda's come on, wearing the number 8 jersey for Preston. Preston lead 1-0 thanks to a goal from Carl Tickner.
I'm calling it.
Down the line from Bezatpor is Santo Dela Quil.
What did you say his name was that came on? Sorry, Jimmy? The number 8 for Preston?
Damien Labombarda.
I'm calling that he will score a goal.
He'll score a goal tonight?
Yes, because for some reason,
he always gets in the right
finds
position.
himself in the right spot.
That's it.
Which is a credit to him, and he has a dangerous shot.
Yeah, it's what you got to do. So, working hard, but Bowen doing a lot of the possession-based work. Is Saeed now. Good little ball. They can't turn this ball over, Preston. They've got to get back quickly now, which they are doing. But Koshaba, he's a goal scorer, and they shut him down really well. Brandon Rostevsky's been a great pickup, the number 6 for Preston, as Koshaba gets...
the thing behind Brandon that's a good pickup as well, he's a quality player, knows how to play the game.
Yep.
And his dad has come along as a coach, and he's from New South Wales originally.
Yep.
So he knows a bit about the game, which helped Preston a lot, because the game has changed from when they first came to the State League or State League 1, wherever they are now.
Yeah, well, it used to be, I guess, in League 1 and the State League, you'd look at Preston and think, oh, not a bad side, but don't really know the defensive shape and how to create goals. But it's completely different now. It's nowhere near along the same lines.
Yeah, but I think for a lot of teams, obviously results matter, and they get you, trophies or higher division or whatever you're pushing for.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if you play well in time, that all, works together and gets you that final goal that your team is pushing for.
You're right. Takes time.
Like,
Carlton's a good example, I think.
100%. I was just about to say, for example, I played for Carlton, and we trained every Friday when the league was in Brunswick.
Yeah.
And I think we were a team of nobodies. I think the only person people knew was Shaban Raja because He's been around for a long time.
I don't think even Ernie Simsek was there at the time.
No, we had our entire squad was all youngsters.
Yeah, I think now, if you tell people the names now, they'll think,
What a team. Yeah,
but
exactly.
Back then, you know, you had who? You had yourself, Muhammad Ash. It was your first real season at the top level.
John Nikolakudis.
Who was around but injured a lot. So
Jordan Constant.
Jordan Constant was his first
Shaban
season.
Rajab.
Shaban Rajab had been around and played serious football, so I think
Janeet.
right. Janeet Aiden, yeah.
You know?
No one knew Janeet.
And we
Joey Conroy.
We went toe to toe with Pascaval the whole season.
Yeah.
And played.
Probably should have won that league.
And we played this FAFL, it was called at the time.
Yep.
And we did really well.
I think you got knocked out missing a penalty late on as well as a chance missed by Danny at the back post. So yeah, look, it was a great season. Very good vibes about Carlton at that time. But look, they actually got relegated after that.
Yes, they did. And then come back and was.
It's something that had to happen, I think.
Another free kick in an identical spot for Preston.
This one's a direct free kick.
This one, if they set, I'm telling you, if they set up how they set up before, it's a guaranteed goal because maybe they set up that way before because it was an indirect.
Yeah.
But if they can't set up,
maybe there's
like they did
a
before.
method to the madness. But look,
maybe they're baiting the opposition to shoot in that corner.
I don't know what Danny's doing. He's not really defending anything.
No, he's not.
So anyway, let's have a look.
Okay.
Now he is because Jamison's gone to that back post. So
this is a little bit better set up.
I still think a shot on goal can be critical here. As Rostevsky.
Well, those ones are gonna go up
yeah.
head height.
Yeah. I think they've got to get Nasseed back on very soon. He's been off for a few minutes to get a breather, but he can't be left off too long. He and Carl Tickner are playing very well. So
I can see him there on the bench. He's fixing his hair. I think that's why he's come off.
Yeah, you know what? That's probably true. He has to sub just to fix his hair. Anyway, Ronnie Toma on the ball, number 4 for Baldwin. It could be Steve Oshana, I might be wrong. Anyway, he has a strike nonetheless. Ronnie Oshana, we'll call him, as Jamison on a break here. Nicholas Jamison looking for La Bombada, couldn't find him. Corner given as it's come off a ball and player.
I was going to say this before. I'm really liking this club's cup. Like you said, it gives a lot of people opportunity to, you know, it's a little bit of a taste of, you know, what it's like to play against, you know, teams in. What a goal! What did I tell you, Jimmy?
And you did tell me, Carlin.
Called it.
2-0.
Called it.
And Damien La Bombada off the bench.
Great goal there, boy.
Well worked from Preston. Here you go, Rostevsky over to Jamison. No, Jamison now got the ball, and it was Atsarakis who played the initial pass to Jamison, who cut it back, and that's a great goal from Preston. They lead 2-0 now. But I think, as you'll know, Khalid, you said you played against Preston last season. If anyone can let this lead slip, it will be Preston.
Yes.
So they've got to really stay switched on and play the full 36 minutes.
For me, like, obviously they've been the better team because of the scoreline, but all around general play, take away the scoreline, they look like they're, you know, the serious futsal team and not
balling. Yeah, you're
right. They're using their target when they have to, keeping the ball when they have to. I think just Baldwin's just trying to, you know, use individual skills to get that goal.
100% there.
And they're missing probably their best player tonight, Carlos Madi.
Carlos Madi, yeah.
I think
Bryce Ruthven as well, not a bad player. Got sent off on Friday.
Yeah, but I think if they had Carlos Madi tonight against this Preston team, like, no disrespect to them, but he would have caused havoc because he played against us a couple of weeks ago, and even though we won our first game, he was really, really hard to deal with.
No,
Very good player.
He's still learning the game. That's the only thing. So,
and
said Paul does really well. As I think Oshana's dragged down. We've got a keeper change here for Bourne. One of the few sides who change keepers randomly during games.
I was literally just about to say that.
Unheard of, to be honest. No, I don't know why they subbed the goalkeeper.
I think the keeper's not fit. The original keeper.
Velan, yeah.
And he just pushes out, you know, what he has to, and then subs halfway through the half. Doesn't make sense, but You know?
No, I don't. What are you trying to say?
Sorry?
What are you trying to say?
That it's very, very, very odd that you do that. And there's, 3 minutes to go. It's like...
Yep. I think a half-time sub would make more sense.
Half-time sub
but
makes
anyway.
way more sense.
Saeed now back on the court, looking for Hatzirakis.
Or if you're not fit enough, you just don't play because you could let your team down easily.
True.
And I think this guy looks like a new keeper, or am I mistaken?
I've never seen him before, to be honest. There you go, Hatzirakis on the break now. Here's a chance, Lobombada. Oh, and he really had to put a chance.
Bit of off the ball action.
Off the ball. Number 14's given a yellow card. Don't have his name as of yet. We'll get that in the halftime break. Doing a lot of things here, Khaled.
What would they do without you?
You'll probably be better off. There you go, another chance for Baldwin late in the half. Bezidpour blocked now, late corner, 2 minutes flat remaining in this half. Preston leading 2-0. Goals to Carl Tickner and Damien Lobombada. This is a terrible corner set up from Preston. They're lucky to get away with that.
I think the other game was more entertaining than this one. So hopefully we get a...
Which game?
The Kingston Hume.
You think so? I think it was more one-sided possession-wise. I think it's good to see Preston actually playing very well. Saeed, Naz.
I just feel like Baldwin's run out of ideas.
Yeah, you're right.
They're just pointless possession. They don't know, I don't see them scoring this half, even though there's only a minute to go.
The only way they'll score is this way right here, and Bezidpour forces a good save out of Santo.
I think every time I say something, they prove me wrong. I think they can hear me.
I think they can hear us, yeah, you're right. There's Danny hits it straight out. Bit of FIFA fair play going on there.
Oh, great target play there.
Oh, now he's got to finish.
Oh,
he has
goal.
finished.
Great stuff by Preston.
Nathan Hatzirakis has made it 3-0. Incredible stuff. Here you go. Replay on your screens, ladies and gentlemen. Tickner through the middle making the difference. Good little 1-2 with Jamison. And Hatzirakis finishes it. 3-0 Preston. Incredible stuff from the lucky losers. Right now, they're going through and facing Hume FC.
Is it okay to say it was a great play all around, but the goalkeeper, what was he doing?
Yeah. Oh, now Saeed! And late in the half, it's 4-0.
Too strong.
And as we've said,
great body work there.
Previously, great work from Naz, but dribbling at the back. I don't know why Baldwin persists with it. Just kick it out. But great stuff from Naz. 4-0 Preston, and they are crushing.
Unbelievable half.
State League 1, Preston play in. And they are crushing the Series Futsal Victoria side, Baldwin FC, as there's a bit of argy-bargy going on here. Baldwin are frustrated that they're losing this game. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to a quick ad break and be back with the second half. Don't go away.
No more. Just stop. Get involved. What were you saying? You were saying something. All right. So real quick with the men. Yeah. Oh, by the way, is that the commissioner in the back? Hang on, let's have a look. The commissioner. It could be. You're all right. Hey. Hey. Chipper, get involved, Chipper. Chipper, get involved. Get closer. Get involved, Chipper. Get closer. Get closer. There. Commissioner, a lot of suspensions coming around this week. A lot of suspensions.
So we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Don't adjust your screens. It is Preston 4, Baldwin 0 at this stage. So we've got 18 minutes to go. Can Baldwin climb their way out of this? Personally, I don't think they can. Khaled, what are your thoughts?
Oh, it's going to be really hard. It's going to be really hard for them to, fight their way back into this. If they continue to play the same way they did in the first half, they've got to change it up a bit. But, I've seen worse. I've seen teams come back from worse score lines. Yeah, and hopefully they can get a few and, give us a good game. They started off they've hit the post. I think that's the closest they got to scoring a goal in the whole game.
Yeah, definitely. And that's a poor turnover here is Danny. Good ball. Kushaba, great save by Santo. And Jamison makes it 5. Preston are crushing Baldwin. There is no doubt about this, ladies and gentlemen. Here you go.
Game over, you reckon?
Have a look at this. It's more than game over. This is going to be a whitewash. Jamison just strolling through the middle of the court, doing whatever he likes, and smashes it home.
Too easy.
Preston are right on top here and have no intention of slowing down. 5-0, the Panthers lead. And now Naseed.
I think it looks like they're going to score every time they get the ball now.
Yeah, it's fantastic to see.
And they won't go. And they won't go fifth man.
Which Baldwin's probably not trained it, so they probably won't resort to that.
Yeah.
They'll just play it out.
I think the whole game they've had no idea what they're doing.
I think you're right. Yeah, it's pretty evident.
It's usually they lack the defensive side of the game, but they still somehow pull off goals.
Yeah, they're quite good attacking.
I think nothing's working for them today, either end of the court.
Yeah, no, you're definitely right.
And it's a bit hard to win when that's happening.
No, nothing's going right for you. It's hard to win if nothing's going right for you. And a big shot blocked by Ristevski. Preston are right up for this one. Here's Georges. John Georges. Saeed. Preston can break again. Oh, Jamison, what a ball. Here's Carl Tickner. He's got Naseed. Can he finish?
Oh, my God!
That is one of the worst finish attempts. Can we get a replay of that? That's, that's
wow.
Talk us through this replay. What's he gone and done?
I think he's just, I don't know. I'm lost for words.
Anyway,
scored.
While we're replaying that, Preston have scored again. Here's the replay of that goal because I actually missed it. Here's Ristevski, that classy player we saw. He's bashed home another. Poor goalkeeping on that occasion.
I think they should lose that goal because that's how bad Nass's shot was.
Amazing stuff. Georges.
Wow.
Here's Danny.
Preston's pressure has been unbelievable with this game. They've just given Baldwin nothing. As soon as they come over a certain point in the court, marker, and they're just on
hitting him hard on the break.
Yeah, they're sitting at halfway. Let them Baldwin come into their half, and then they're just pouncing on them, and it's worked really, really, really well so far. Because Baldwin are just clueless as to what to do. He's
definitely right.
I'd love to see him score though. Still.
Yeah, I don't think they deserve to score the way Preston have played.
Yeah.
Saeed now. Miss of the century.
Another keeper sub. I think they've subbed keepers more than they've subbed players, to be honest. Mistake there. Looking promising.
Yeah, look. Knows how many goals he's actually conceded himself. Atsarakis has been fantastic today. Saeed as well from Mistevsky. Everyone's playing very, very well for this Preston side.
They're peppering the goal a little bit now, but I think Preston's taking their foot off the accelerator a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think if they have to, they'll step up a gear again and bang in a few more. It's looking way too easy for them to score. Could be in now.
Shana Koshaba across.
A little bit selfish there. Maybe the pass back to Steve would have been a better option there.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's what new teams lack too.
Oh, that's a dangerous tackle.
And teams that are struggling, you know, like, for example, my team, Metropolitan, we got some really good goal scorers, but because not much has gone our way the last couple of seasons in the top flight, we seem to do some silly stuff sometimes. But then when we, have our heads screwed on and do the right stuff, you get the results. The goals come easier. Everything comes easier.
It comes down to focus at the end of the day. The longer you can focus in a game, the more results you're going to get.
The last couple of weeks we've lost. The last couple of weeks, well, we've scored I think maybe 15 or 20 goals and lost. So I don't know. Hopefully we can get a win tomorrow, our boys.
Hopefully for your sake, are you playing?
I'm not suspended this week.
Okay, good. Is that's one week?
No more.
Like, what are those signs they've got?
No more suspensions. No more suspensions for me.
Wow, you heard it here first. No more suspensions for Khaled Ayash.
I think.
What's that sign?
I think Peter. I think Peter would like the sound of that.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone likes it. Anyway, answer my question. What are those signs they put up in like the old school cartoon movies, Texas kind of style movies, where it says last day since something? Last day since Khaled's last suspension.
Yeah, it's probably
3
been
days.
A little bit less. It's actually been a week today.
A week today since your last one.
Since my last red.
It's not bad. 7 days.
7 days. 7 days without a red card for me. That's a long time.
Yeah, it's good.
I think I've been cursed by.
Tell us what you really think. Jamison now will wind up one.
Advice or some tips on what you're doing wrong or what you should be doing to help. But when you got nothing to go, to go on, when you got nothing to go on, like, a blueprint or whatever.
And Ristevsky has another good chance. Yeah, no, you're right. I think it comes down to coaching. I think everything comes down to coaching. Preston are a good example of it. The skills there, the talent's there. Preston's just doing the business though today.
Very happy with their performance and their coach and their president, Aki.
Aki, yeah.
Should be very, very...
Rob, the coach. Rob Ristevsky's the coach. Aki Ratulis. We're not even looking the right way. That's how rattled we are here. They got photographers. They got
they got the whole deal, which is good. It's good to see that.
It's awesome to see. Aki's doing a great job there. Everyone at Preston doing a fantastic job. Now, Saeed. Great ball.
Quality play there. Just lacked that finish.
Yeah, he did. And, Bowen today have looked second rate, really.
They're just not playing. Like, Preston's using every player on the court. Baldwin just seemed to rush to halfway.
Very individual, yeah.
And then, expect this miracle 1-2 and then a goal.
Yeah, fire a shot off, whatever they're going to do. But Baldwin have been humbled here today. And who are they playing tomorrow, Khaled, in Series Foots of Victoria?
Baldwin?
Yeah.
No idea.
I believe it's Brunswick Metro, Detroit Pasco, Western Wolves, possibly. No.
I think it's Wolves. I think it's Wolves Baldwin tomorrow.
No, I think it's Carlton. So they've got Carlton tomorrow. If they want to play like this against Carlton, it's going to be cricket scores. And Carlton.
Great goal by Carl.
Celebrates that one in style. Preston 8-1. They lead this game, and it's just lazy marking. I don't even know what Baldwin are doing. They're not even facing the ball.
I think Baldwin will be more than happy to say to the ref, call it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
because it can only get worse from here on.
We had hoped that they'd get back into the game, and as we said that, Bezidpor got the goal, but since then they've just faded even more.
They copped the goal in the first 10 seconds of each half.
Yeah, you're right.
I think it was. You can't win if you're copping goals that early on in each half.
Can't really win if you're copying 8 goals in a game.
Yeah, but doesn't help when the game hasn't started yet. Literally.
And Jamison. Yeah, look, I expected much more from Bowen today. I thought Preston would win. I thought we were in for a real cracking game because Bowen are a good side on their day. They can show that they're right up to the level. They've taken it up to some of the top teams in the league, but
maybe Bowen came in thinking we're versing a League One team, State League One team.
I think you're 100% right. I think they had won this game in their minds before they even stepped on the court. I think that's the problem here for them. Bezidpor may get another one back. Oh, Jamison, lovely block.
I don't think they knew what kind of opposition they were coming up against either, because Preston were actually very unlucky to get relegated last season.
Yeah, you're right.
Because I think they drew like 6 games in a row.
And I think they were winning all of those games.
Yeah, pretty much. So, I think if they had got one more win, they would have been in a safe spot.
Yeah.
And then they were winning the relegation playoff, the first leg, and then lost.
Yeah, to Melbourne Athletic. So, and a quality side, Melbourne Athletic in the league this season, pushing for Series Futsal Victoria promotion.
Very good side.
Yeah, we'll see more of them.
And funny enough, Melbourne Athletic were a social league team.
Once again, as there were a lot of teams.
But I think not long ago, 1 season ago, I was playing social league games.
They play social league, just not the whole team.
Yeah, but I played social league with all of those players. Like there was just and then they stuck together, worked hard, and now they're in a really good spot.
That's it.
Good bunch of guys. Eddie's got over there.
Yeah, he does. Ed's just got to relax on the yellow cards a little bit.
And they've held on to that Brazilian guy they got.
Yeah, Daniel Arujo.
Very good player.
Very good player. He was training with Pascaval for a little while.
Yeah, linked with Pascaval and Preston.
They just let him go. Simone Paletti as well is scoring some absolute cracking goals in the State League. I don't know if you saw his goal against Moreland.
That's the short guy with the bombs.
That's right.
Yeah.
So they held on to him, who was also linked with Pascaval. So some good players in the Melbourne rank. They play Carlton next week, which will be a very interesting game.
There's a lot of really good players in the State League.
There is.
You got Adam Cooper. Shout out to Adam Cooper.
Yeah, Adam Cooper's in the State League.
Who's that? He's I think he's a futsal. Is he?
I don't know.
Yeah. We'll have to Google him later. Yeah. Find out.
And anyway, this one's run and one. Preston are going through to the next round. They're going to take on Hume FC, who...
That'll be a cracker.
Based on the last game that Hume played, they'll have to come out a lot more fired up for this Preston side because...
Well, but like you said, they drop to the standards of the opposition.
Exactly
so
right,
if Preston's going to be... If Preston play anything like this, we're up for
a quality game, you're right.
Quality game.
So that'll be in a couple of weeks' time.
When does your mob come up in the Clubs Cup?
Next week.
So we've got another
2 games of this round.
Okay.
So next week is Fitzroy and Glen Waverley, the first game of the night, followed by Carlton and Melbourne Athletic.
Ooh, cracker.
Very good game. 9 and 9:45 those games.
That's a perfect game for Melbourne Athletic to see what they,
see where they're at, yeah.
See where they're at.
They'll definitely bring the firepower. As Preston have been fantastic today, from defence to attack to the goalkeeper. Everyone's been unbelievable, and I think a real shame that they conceded the goal, to be honest.
Yes, because I think that was the only time, other than when Kashaba hit the post, that ball looked like scoring.
Yeah, Preston's been incredible defensively today. So, not long left now, 30 seconds to go. It's Preston 8, Baldwin 1. As we just see out time here.
Great performance by Preston today. They should be very proud of themselves.
But I think it shouldn't stop here. They should take this kind of form back to their league games. And Georges gets one very late on.
2 great performances tonight from 2 teams that aren't in the series futsal.
Exactly.
Two games that I watched.
Preston are the only side from State League 1 who are into the quarterfinals. Moreland, the only side from the State League who are in, and the rest at the moment are series futsal teams. So it relies on Glen Waverley and Melbourne Athletic to add to that next week. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us tonight. We had 3 cracking contests. The first one, Pascoe winning against Collingwood 2-0. Very close game there. Then Hume FC progressing as they beat Kingston 5-2. And Preston FC won 8-2 today, right now, against their former side. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow with Serious Futsal Victoria. Join us from 6:45 p.m., 6:45 p.m. as we go through the pre-game broadcasts, and you're in for another night of futsal. I'm Jimmy Sufis. Khaled Ayash, say your goodbyes.
Thanks for having me, and hopefully tomorrow is a cracking round and Metro get a W.
Hopefully, yeah, some W's out here for Metro and Fitzroy. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, signing off. Thank you for joining us on the coverage.
No more. Just stop. Get involved. What were you saying? You were saying something. All right. So real quick with the men. Yeah. Oh, by the way, is that the commissioner in the back? Hang on, let's have a look. The commissioner. It could be. Are you all right? Hey. Hey. Chipper, get involved, Chipper. Chipper, get involved. Get closer. Get involved, Chipper. Get closer. Get closer. There. Commissioner, a lot of suspensions coming around this week. A lot of suspensions.